Did you know there's a Silverado that literally melts from the inside? And another one that can leave you stranded in the middle of nowhere because of a 50-cent bolt? If you're thinking about buying a used Silverado, this video could save you from losing thousands of dollars, because there are specific years that are real traps disguised as opportunities. In the last 15 years, I've analyzed over 400 different Silverados, from pristine classics to complete junk, and I can guarantee you, there are years that even experienced mechanics avoid. So stick around, because in the next 8 minutes, you're going to discover exactly which years to avoid, the specific problems of each one, and at the end, I'll give you a list of the safe years to buy. Information that could save you the price of a new car. And before diving into this sinister list, if you're the type who prefers knowing the painful truth instead of finding out after signing the financing, subscribe to the channel, because here we don't mince words. And stay till the end, because the last year on the list will shock you. It's a Silverado that seems perfect on the test drive, but has a defect that only shows up after 6 months. Mechanics call it a time bomb. We're going to start with the 6th worst and work our way up the terror scale until we reach the champion of financial destruction. 6th place, 2007 Silverado, the botched transition. 2007 was the year GM decided to modernize the Silverado. Problem? They did it in the middle of production. Result? You can buy 2 identical 2007 Silverados and one be reliable, the other a nightmare. The big villain? The 4L80E transmission that came defective from the factory in some models. The torque converter simply disintegrates between 80 and 120,000 miles, and it's not cheap to fix. $4,000 to $6,000. I met a guy in Atlanta who bought a perfect 2007 Silverado with 95K miles. 3 months later, the transmission turned to jelly on I-85. Mechanics said he'd seen 12 identical cases just that year. But if you think a transmission that melts is bad, just wait to see what's coming. 5th place, 2014 Silverado, the phantom valve problem. The 2014 Silverado looks modern, technological, reliable, but it has a defect so bizarre it seems like something from a horror movie. Valves that simply disappear. The problem is in the intake valves of the 5.3-liter engine with AFM. The material was defective, and they literally fragmented into microscopic pieces that circulated through the engine like viruses, destroying everything inside. When this happens, it's not just replacing valves. It's a new engine, $12,000 to $15,000, more expensive than the used car's value. The symptom? Engine that runs normal for 6 months and suddenly starts knocking, blue smoke, and absurd oil consumption. When these signs appear, it's over. And speaking of problems that come out of nowhere, 4th place, 2009 Silverado, suicidal bearing syndrome. 2009 was the year GM decided to save $3 per truck on crankshaft bearings. Result? Engines that self-destruct in slow motion. The main bearings were of such inferior quality, they started eating the crankshaft after 150,000 miles. The noise sounds like an old tractor, but when you check, the crankshaft is already oval. My mechanic brother-in-law told me about a customer who brought a 2009 complaining about noise. When they opened the engine, the crankshaft had a 2-millimeter groove, practically turned into aluminum scrap. Engine rebuild, $8,000 to $12,000. Buy another used one with the same problem, $15,000. Guaranteed total loss. But we still have the horror podium, and the bronze goes to a year that should have been reliable. 3rd place, 2015 Silverado, the year of the blue screen of death. If you think only Windows has blue screen of death, you don't know the 2015 Silverado. It has an automotive version, dashboard that goes black, air conditioning that turns into heating, and electric steering that decides to take vacation in the middle of traffic. The villain is the defective BCM, body control module. It's the car's electronic brain. When it goes bad, the car literally goes insane. Picture this. You're on the highway, 60 miles per hour, and suddenly the dashboard goes black, air conditioning stops, windows go up by themselves, and steering locks up. It has happened multiple times. The BCM costs $2,000, but it's constantly out of stock. Dealerships with 6-month waiting lists. And meanwhile, your $40,000 truck becomes a paperweight. But the next two will make you question if GM had engineers or saboteurs working there. Second place, 2011 Silverado, the AFM Massacre. The 2011 Silverado has the most murderous AFM system ever created. AFM that was supposed to save fuel, but actually destroys engines systematically. It's automotive genocide. The AFM system deactivates cylinders to save gas. Problem, the deactivated cylinders accumulate carbon. The lifters stick, and when the system tries to reactivate, the push rods bend like paper clips. Independent research showed 67% of 2011 Silverados with 5.3-liter engine develop AFM-related problems before 200,000 miles. It's not if it'll have problems, it's when. Complete repair? Heads, lifters, push rods, cam, timing. $8,000 to $14,000. More expensive than many new cars. A retired GM engineer told me off the record, "We knew it would be a problem, but management pressure was to save 2 mpg on EPA, whatever it cost." But there's one year that's worse than all of this. The absolute champion of Silverado terror. First place, 2008 Silverado. Apocalypse on wheels. If there's an automotive hell, the 2008 Silverado is its ambassador. This isn't just the worst Silverado year. It's possibly the worst pickup truck ever manufactured in America. This damn thing has everything that can go wrong. Defective AFM, slipping transmission, failing electric steering, dying fuel pump, leaking AC, and the crowning achievement, engine that consumes a quart of oil every 1,000 miles. But the worst of all? The phantom drain, battery that dies by itself because the electrical system has a ghost short that nobody can find. You park it running, come back 3 hours later, and it's dead. I know a guy who bought a serviced 2008 from a dealership. In the first 6 months, transmission rebuilt, AFM disabled, fuel pump replaced, new alternator, and battery replaced 4 times. Spent more on repairs than on the truck. A GM dealership mechanic told me they had a 2008 bay, specific area just for 2008 Silverados under repair. Always full. Always. JD Power Survey. 2008 Silverado had the worst reliability rating ever recorded for pickup trucks. 89% of owners reported serious problems in the first year. If someone offers you a 2008 Silverado, even for free, run. It's not a car, it's a curse in metal form. Took a deep breath? I know that was heavy, but it's better to know the truth now than find out after signing 72 payments of nightmare. Now, as I promised, I'll give you the safe years to buy. 2003 to 2006, 2010, 2013, 2016 to 2018, and 2020 plus. These were the years GM got it right. And a golden rule, any Silverado with AFM, disable the system before problems start. Costs $500 preventatively versus $10,000 in repairs later. If this video saved you from a decision that could cost a fortune, hit that like button because quality information is priceless. And tell me in the comments, have you had any experience with these cursed years or know someone who fell into this trap? Let's share experiences because shared knowledge is avoided loss. Next week, I'm going to show you how to identify a problematic Silverado on the test drive. 10 signs that smart sellers hide, but you'll know how to find them. Don't miss it. Remember, a good truck is a truck that doesn't leave you stranded. And these 6 I showed you today, they only serve to leave you on foot and broke. Until next time, and may the force be with your wallet.